What's up, guys? Jacob here with Mystery Arts Inc. coming to you with the fourth in our weekly vlog series. It's hard to believe that we're already at number 4. This has been a great experience making these so far. Today I wanted to cover a very important subject, and it's one that in a way is controversial, but I wanted to talk about some of the social dynamics inside of being a social performer, inside of maybe doing some lead generation, just going out and meeting people that you want to meet. Let's go ahead and cut to that intro. Social dynamics. What does it really mean? Essentially, it means the dynamic between you and a group of people socially. It's how you engage, it's how you essentially win friends and influence people, which is kind of ironic because that would be my first thing to really preface here. I think that if you want to go out there and you want to learn to be more social, you want to learn to be more open, it starts a lot with understanding who you are, what you can do, and what you have to offer people in your presence. I want to start off and say that time is the only thing people will never get back. If people give us their time, in my opinion, it should be worth it, or we should just not give it at all. That might sound a bit harsh, that might not sound exactly as fun and airy as you might expect on this vlog, but I hold that very important and dear to my heart. Some resources to start learning how to win friends, influence people, of course, starts with Dale Carnegie's seminal book, Win Friends, Influence People. Read it. There's a lot of things in there to read that are kind of common sense, but I think it has a beautiful way of basically creating a gestalt in your mind where you realize how important people are and how important how you project yourself is. Reading it once doesn't really do it justice. Reading it again and soaking the information again definitely is one of those things that helps out. You can do this by either listening to it audible or you can read the physical book itself, which is always what I recommend. Reading physical books, I feel like, engages your brain more than just an audiobook, as much as I love audiobooks and as little time as I have to read books now. Another book I'm definitely going to recommend for this is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's ironic because looking historically at Napoleon Hill, he actually died broke and penniless because of some bad business investments, but the man had a brilliant way of creating words and just crafting a secret that you never really fully find out what it is. It just has to dawn on you as you read the book. And I still think in a lot of ways the secret evolves over time as you realize and call back to the works in the book. There's stories in there, there are essays. I highly recommend Think and Grow Rich because it's one of those things that's going to really change your perspective. Now, getting on to the actual how to interact with people and things, this is where things get controversial, like I mentioned. I have a really deep love of the things I learned in the pickup artist game. I don't believe that all of it is really useful. I don't think all of it is, and I don't think the personalities involved in it are people I want to be. But I do believe they have some really useful thoughts. Things in here such as the idea of Kino escalations, how to open up a group without seeming needy, trying to eliminate neediness from your general vibe and everything. As weird as it sounds, as dark as it sounds, it's a really nice thing to be able to do. There are multiple people I have actually taken and trained to be more social and to essentially meet the people they want to meet. Whether your goal in magic and mentalism is to go out and have fun and socialize, to win free drinks, to get the girl, to perform professionally, I think that an understanding of social dynamics and simply how to frame yourself and present yourself in a group is really important. And while not everything, like I said, in the pick-up artist community is entirely what I believe in, I think there's a lot of really interesting tools and tricks in there. So I recommend books like The Game by Neil Strauss, who is somebody that went from basically 0 to 60 in the pickup arts game and became kind of the poster child for them for a long time, while being one of the prominent writers for Rolling Stone. Also recommend The Mystery Method. It's just an interesting book. There's a lot in there, once again, I don't fully agree with, but there is some interesting stuff all the same. If you look into the side of Hypnotica / Rasputins, as he's known as, he has a lot of interesting tips in there too from a hypnosis standpoint of improvement of yourself and getting that confidence and that inner game in place. Confidence is one of the key things to making you go 0 to 60. So I mentioned and preface this by saying that The Professional Opportunist Wrongless Approach is another great book to read by my lovely, beautiful friend James Brown. I love James. He's the world's foremost pickpocket, hypnotist, and magician, in my opinion. He's a master in all three categories. I think he's a master in magic, when really, in his own admittance, he just does a double lift, a card control, and a few other things. Don't let that be something that inhibits you. Minimalism, I think, is key in a lot of things. One of my favorite quotes I live by from his grandmother, actually, is life is simple, we complicate it. I recommend going on YouTube and watching some of his talks. He has a lot of free content out there that really will get your head in the game. But I really recommend going on to the POWA, P-O-W-A.academy site and investing in the pickpocketing and reality bending course. That will help you get your inner game set, how to do the approach, how to do all of that stuff. Big thing and good transition here, I recommend some of you go out and learn how to hypnotize. When you can hypnotize and you can do things without needing to have gimmicks and special things, typically you're going to have a lot more success, I've found, socially. People will be able to perceive you better, you'll be able to frame yourself better. It's interesting, I don't really mention hypnosis much when I'm doing hypnosis. I just kind of do it, eyes open, fully wide awake. Great source to learn this kind of stuff, of course, is going to be James, again, with his reality bending course, Head Hacking, and their previous release, such as the Trilby Connection, or the live course of Anthony Jacquin. Big undiscovered one that really, I think, makes a difference is going to be James Tripp TV, or Hypnosis Without Trance. Check that YouTube channel out. You'll find so much on there. You'll see some stuff, and as a magician, with especially if you have no interest or knowledge of hypnosis, you'll go, oh my God, how is he doing this? He just is. And it's the stuff I started doing that got me really, really incredible in the hypnosis game. Hypnosis Without Trance stuff is just phenomenal. It's really, really, really seminal in a lot of the work that I like to do, even if I'm not using hypnosis in any way, shape, or form by any definition. I will also mention here that I think the True Mysteries course has a lot of really great information in it. Fraser's approach and everything, I know I talk about Fraser a lot, he's one of my dear friends. I think his approach in True Mysteries is really great for those of you that want to start doing this stuff, because you can do the pseudo-hypnotic stuff and then use it to get real hypnosis like I have in the past. So, social dynamics, I know it's a really weird, bizarre thing to talk about. I think that a lot of you out there that want to network, that want to really start getting things working for yourself, and want to go out there and win friends and influence people, definitely look at these steps I've laid out for you, these works, these resources. They definitely pay off in the long run. Books are going to be your best friend. Read as many books as you can, go to as many courses you can, have a hunger for knowledge, and your social competence will go up a lot, I feel like. Because the more you know, the more confident you are in a situation, the more conversation you can interject and tackle and master in any situation. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate the continued viewership here on the weekly vlog. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Smash that like button if that's your prerogative. And definitely share the love if you found something worthwhile in this vlog. Leave your comments down below. What do you think? What resources do you have? I'm hungry for knowledge. I'm always wanting to learn more, and I'm wanting to hear your stories as well. Thank you again for watching. Jacob signing out. I'll see you next week when we actually start talking about hypnosis. See you next time.